Oh, good morning. It's Tuesday. So excited to be doing this because I really need it. Couple minutes before we get going. I did want to say that today's class is going to be a beginner/intermediate class. So we're going to do a few intermediate moves, but for the most part it's still going to be beginner, so we can focus on the spine and finding that balance and connecting from the inside out. So again, if you know the moves and you want to make it harder, you can, but always listen to your body and have fun. Keep moving, keep breathing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, I gotta take my glasses off. We're going to start on our back. Go upstairs. Okay, so from our back, we're going to find neutral spine. I'm actually going to wiggle just a little bit closer away from my fireplace. Oh, it's so warm. Go upstairs. Okay, so neutral spine. How do you find neutral spine? How do you know what neutral spine is? We're going to start by pressing our low back as hard as we can into the floor. That is called imprinting. And then we shift just the pelvis, so we're not lifting our butt off. That's a bridge. Just to find neutral spine, we shift so that there's a little space in our low back. Relax the shoulders. I just saw mine lifted. And then imprint and shift to neutral. Imprint, shift to neutral, imprint, neutral. One more. Okay, now with that neutral spine, we don't want, I'm going to lift this arm up so you can see, you don't want your rib cage to be popped up because then our ribs splay open. So you still want to keep the back of your rib cage down, and that activates everything through the core. So with hands on the rib cage, we're going to breathe. Deep breath in, and then exhale. Pull the belly button in and close the rib cage. Again, inhale. You're going to see my hands move, and then exhale, pull the belly button in. Again, inhale and exhale. See my hands coming closer together? Now if you notice, there's nothing through my pelvis or my legs moving. So there's no rocking or shifting. We're holding that still as we breathe. So let's do this again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now holding that neutral spine, we're going to bring the right leg to tabletop. So the whole goal in Pilates is to strengthen everything around your spine, relaxing the shoulders, finding length through your head, but can you hold this still while you bring the leg to tabletop? So I want you to exhale, bring the leg up. Inhale, lower it down. That belly button is in, but you still have space. There's my hand at your low back. One more each leg. Good. Bringing your feet back down, feet are flat. Open those collarbones wide so your shoulder blades are flat on your mat. Now we're going to do our shoulder bridge. So you're going to pull your belly button in, imprint. Find that good Pilates scoop. Once you imprint, one vertebrae at a time. This is slow. Roll up through your spine. Pause at the top to inhale. Now we're just warming up our spine. So you exhale
Relax your shoulders, pull those abs in, and one vertebrae at a time, roll back down. So again, as we do this, it's separation. You want each vertebrae to articulate down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Inhale at the top. And then exhale. Inhale at the bottom. Fill your lungs. Exhale, imprint. Inhale at the top. And exhale. Find that scoop. Pull those abs in. One vertebrae at a time. Take it back down. Okay, so again, relaxing the upper body. Core is tight. I want that right leg to come back to tabletop. We're going to lengthen the left leg out. This is the hip opener. So as we do this, you have to keep that spine still. You're going to circle the knee around, 5, and then we'll reverse it. If you feel the hip shifting and coming off your mat or shifting to the other side, you're cheating. That means you're going too big. Your core is not engaged like we need it to be, and it's letting your back and your legs take over. So 5 in each direction. Now with my hands on my abs, I can feel them tight. I can feel them engaged. That's what we want on just the hip opener warm up. Okay, we're going to switch legs. Find that neutral spine. Now if for some reason you have clicking going on every time you rotate that leg, switch and go the other direction. We don't want clicking and popping every time. You can do 10 in one direction without clicking to keep that joint safe. That's totally fine. And then bring that down. Heel drags are next. So on this, relax the shoulder. I want those abs in tight. You still have your neutral spine. Rib cage is down. Inhale, slide one heel out. Exhale, using the hamstring and the glutes, drag that heel back in. Inhale, slide out, switch legs. Exhale, drag it in. Inhale out. Now here, pull the abs in, drag. Inhale, exhale, abs in. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Ooh, I pulled my mat up. Okay, going into the 100. This is to get the heart rate up, get the body flowing, the blood flowing. So the beginner version is your feet flat. Okay, the upper body can come up, you imprint onto your mat, and then strong arms, you pump. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. That's 20. For those that want to make it intermediate, bring those legs to tabletop. And if you ever feel your head, your neck, take your head down. Totally fine. Okay, here we go. Keep going. Goodness, that was so good. I knew that. I'm finally warm. So my abs are burning, my heart rate's up a little bit more. That's what we need to get going. We're going to go right into the ab series. So from here, single leg stretch. Your right hand goes to your right ankle, left hand to the knee. It's important that you keep that alignment and drop those shoulders. Switch, left hand to the left ankle. Switch. Now you are imprinting on this. Your low back needs to stay down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Shoulder blades off if you can. And always your head can go down. And let that rest. Good. Anyone else feeling the burn right here? Oh, so good. Okay, a reverse crunch. You're going to have your hands either behind your head or up in the air. And what that does is it takes your arms out of it. A lot of times on this, we'll muscle through it. So if you watch my arms, they'll activate to lift higher. I don't want that. I would rather have your arms in the air and a smaller hip lift to isolate those low abdominals. This is not about how high can you go, but can you get your knees going straight up to the ceiling? Three more. Oh, okay, good. Right into alternating kicks. Legs go as straight as possible. If your knees have to stay slightly bent from tight hamstrings, that's fine. That's okay. Curl the upper body up. Low back is imprinting, and you gently pull. So for beginners, just give it a little stretch. For intermediates, if you want to give a little pulse, you can do that too. Upper body is not moving, it's just holding. One more each leg. Right into your crisscross. So hands support your head, opposite shoulder to knee. Now this is where the upper body, the rib cage rotates and comes off your mat. Keep going. Keep going. Hopefully you're burning like me. Three more. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, let that rest. Feeling good here. Okay, arms go back in the air for more reverse crunches. So again, imprint and release to neutral spine. Low abs. Breathe deep. Exhale. Oh my goodness. That's 10. Double leg stretch. You guys are doing great. Okay, so on double leg stretch, we only do 6. Upper body stays lifted, and as you do this, your arms and your legs lengthen out. That's your inhale. You exhale, wrap it around. Now, a couple of things. If you feel your neck, you can keep your head down. That's okay. Just shoot your arms up kind of at a diagonal. And you should never ever feel your low back on this. If you do, that means your legs are too low. You need to kick your legs more up to the ceiling to take your low back out of it. Okay? Are we ready? Okay, 6. Only 6. Inhale as you stretch. Exhale. Wrap it around. Inhale. Two more. And 1. Oh my gosh, nice job. Okay, we're going to do another one final set of reverse crunches. For my beginner people, you're going to continue to do what we did. Imprint, release. Imprint, release. For my intermediate, if you want to make it harder, both knees rotate to the right on the diagonal. And you're going to feel the obliques on the left side. Lift, imprint, release. You're going to do 10 to one side and then 10 to the other. So again, this is not a huge hip lift. It's not a jackknife. But you're going to feel the burn. This is so good for a Tuesday morning. 2 more. And if you're going straight forward, that's fantastic. Keep going. If you want to try a few on each side, you can do that too. Just make sure you're breathing the whole time. Oh, okay, I want everybody to stretch it out. Arms and legs go in the opposite direction. Holy cow, that was good. Okay, I actually want to do knee sways now. And this is going to help stretch that out, open it up just a little bit. So your arms are out to the side. Both knees go to the right as you look to your left. Now on this, the hip comes up. I want it to go as far as you can the other way. While your head looking the opposite direction, your shoulders stay pinned to your mat. Exhale, switch sides. This will be easier because now I can talk to the camera here. The hip comes up, your shoulders are pinned. And then exhale, breathe into that. One more deep breath in. We're going to do the same thing again, back to the first side. This time you can go a little bit deeper. The leg goes over, head turns, shoulders stay down. Exhale, inhale, come back down, center, last one to the other side. Inhale, exhale. Now, is there anybody else who can feel how you go deeper the second time? I for sure can. Nice. Okay, lengthening the legs out. We're going to go into the roll-up. I want to start by saying, I don't care how you come up on the roll-up. I'm going to show you what it looks like and then show you the variations and the modifications. So you inhale to prepare as the arms go up over your head. You exhale, power up. Inhale, you reach over your toes. And then you exhale, drop your shoulders, tuck the tailbone. So that shift is super important. You're going to feel your heels slide on your mat. And then one vertebrae at a time, roll back down. This part right here is what's most important. This is where you work the core the hardest. Now, if you have a hard time coming straight up, that's fine. Roll to the side. I don't care. That's not a big deal. And then you feel the stretch as you go over your toes. Oh my goodness. Huge for the hamstrings and the back. If you can, tuck your chin to your chest and really reach. That's an inhale. And then your exhale, we're going to drop the shoulders again. Shift the tailbone under. Oh, so good. Need this one today. Roll back down. Inhale, arms go up over your head. Exhale, power up. Inhale, reach over your toes. Really go for it. Go, 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 go. And then exhale, shoulders down. Tuck the tailbone. One vertebrae at a time. We're going to do one more. If it helps, think of your heels being in cement. So they're anchored down. Someone's holding them. Exhale, power up. Inhale, reach over your toes. Lengthen as far as you can go. And then exhale, shoulders down. Shift the tailbone under. And let that rest. All right, we're going to go into obliques. So on your side, it's best if your head is down. It's more neutral spine this way. But for some of you, if it's more comfortable, if it's easier to see your screen, that's totally fine to come up. I'm going to keep mine down today. As we do this series, you're working that top side. Everybody's going to be different depending on where you start, but you want your body in a straight line. So from here, I'm balancing on that bottom hip. For beginners, you can always keep your hand down. For my intermediates, I want you to start trying to bring that hand up on your hip, even if it's only for a few reps here and there. So from here, both legs lift and lower for 10. Your abs are in and your shoulders are down. Now keep the legs in the air and move just the top leg. Now hold the top leg up and we're gonna lift the bottom leg to the top. The higher you lift that top leg, the harder you make it. Whatever is challenging but doable is great. And still, you're feeling that top side. If you feel those obliques, they're gonna be burning. Last one here, we're gonna pulse it. So feet stay together. You lift as high as you can and then pulse up. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was so good. Top side, and again, a little bit of the inner thigh on the bottom leg. Awesome. Let's take it over to the other side. Not waiting around today. We're gonna get this done. So again, if you wanna take your head down, that's definitely more neutral spine. Hands can be on the floor for beginners, for balance, that's great. For my intermediates, again, you can bring that up. So from here, lift and lower both legs. And breathe. Abs are in. Okay, so I just felt myself clenching on the floor with that bottom hand. Relax those arms, relax your shoulders. Top leg lifts for 10. Make sure that bottom leg's off the floor too. Now bring the bottom leg to the top. Relax the shoulders, abs in. Now we're gonna pulse, feet together. Go as high as you can and give me 10. Oh. Again, that's the professional flop on the floor. Absolutely, you've earned it after that. Oh my goodness. Okay, coming onto your stomachs, we're gonna go into some back work. So as we're here, we're gonna start with that imprinting, but this time it's towards the ceiling. So as we do this, it's very subtle. Shift our tailbone under, relax your legs, and release. So it's not this. This is what I don't want you to see or feel, where the butt pops out. That's actually the opposite of what we're trying to do. So from here, I'm gonna show you, you take your tailbone and tuck it towards your knee. So it's that subtle. Now, as you do that tuck, you wanna think of pulling your belly button away from the floor. So ultimately, as we get stronger, you'll have space underneath those abs, and then you release. So exhale, tuck. Inhale, release. Exhale, tuck. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, release. Okay, so I'm gonna stay lifted so you guys can hear me better. For my intermediate, if you want to hold that tuck, hold and then inhale and exhale 3 times. For my beginner, just practice the tuck and release. You're gonna start to feel those abs shake by trying to get the belly button off the floor. Relax the feet. And release. Let's do this one more time. For my beginners, do 3, tuck and release. For my intermediate, just tuck and hold. Again, pulling that belly button off the floor. You want to try to see light underneath those abs. And release. Okay, single leg kick. You're going to bring the right leg up, double kick, lift, and as you lengthen, it's shooting your foot off the mat. My hip never leaves the floor. The other thing you want to do is pull that belly button in still. So your core is tight, switch legs, double kick, lift, lengthen, switch. Double kick. Relaxing your head on your hands. Last one. All right. Relax the upper body. Arms go out to the side for your goalpost stretch. Now on this one, you want to lengthen through the top of your head. So if you can think about holding an orange underneath your chin, that way we're not cranking through the neck. We don't want excess cervical flexion, that's bad. So holding that orange helps find that neutral spine. For my beginners, all you have to do is squeeze the shoulder blades. Take those hands off the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then lower back down. You're breathing. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower down. For my intermediate, once you bring those shoulder blades together, try to lift that sternum off the floor. And then lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift. So yes, you will feel your low back as you do this, but I do not want it painful. If it's hurting, you're lifting too high. So you can change that range of motion so that it doesn't hurt in your low back. One more. On the back work, it's super important that we strengthen our back. So much of our life is forward. Computers, screens, babies, kids, work. So strengthening the back side of our body is really important. And that's why you always want to listen to your body, make it challenging but doable on these exercises. So again, holding that orange underneath your chin, hands are at your side this time. As you lift, you're sliding your hands towards your knees. And as you do this, you're going to slide your shoulder blades down your back, and that hits your mid-traps. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So again, don't lift the head. It's not from the head. It's your sternum, your chest lifting off the floor as you reach towards those knees. And then lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Two more. Exhale, lift. Last one. Okay, we're gonna do double leg kicks. I'm gonna show you what it looks like and then break it down. For my beginners, if it's easier to keep your hands at your hips just like we did, that's great. For my intermediates, if you can, lock your hands behind your back. You start with one ear down on your mat. Both legs do 3 kicks. Now you shoot your legs off your mat as your upper body lifts and you squeeze those shoulder blades. Turn your head the other side. Same thing, lower down, 3 kicks. Lift and lengthen. Turn your head to the other side and lower down. 3 kicks. Lift and lengthen. And again. Let that rest. We're going to do one more. This is for glutes and your low back. Relaxing your head on your hands. Again, I'm going to stay lifted so that I can talk easier to the screen. Your heels come together and your knees go to the corner of your mat. From here, pull the belly button in and press your hips down. Yes, this is definitely for low back and glutes. Lift and lower both knees off the floor. If that is really, really hard, do one leg at a time. You're still gonna work your back, you're still gonna work your glutes. But I want 10 and then 10 pulses. Exhale, lift. Relax the shoulders. Belly button in. Now, a pulse in Pilates is not speed. A pulse is range of motion. 2 to 4 inches is your pulse. So you're going to lift as high as you can and then pulse 2 inches up. Oh my goodness, totally feel that. So good. You're gonna pull back into child's pose. Let's stretch out your back, you've earned it. So lean into that. If you can't get down onto your knees in child's pose, I want you to lie on your back and just give your knees a hug. That's a good alternative. From here, I want you to bring both hands to one side of your mat, and then you're gonna drop your hip to the opposite side. Actually, I'm gonna go this way first. And what that does is it stretches in through your lats. So as the hip hinges over, now slowly walk your hands to the other side. Oh. Okay, coming up, we're gonna do the quadruped. I love this one. Again, it's all about your neutral spine. Can you hold your spine steady while the arms and legs are moving? So coming down, you're gonna make a box with your body. Hips are over the knees, shoulders are over your hands. This is not neutral spine. This is not neutral spine. Though they're both great stretches, I want you happy medium so that you maintain that box with your body the whole time. Pull your belly button away from the floor. We're gonna start with the arm. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower down. Switch, exhale as you lift. Inhale, down. And it's not about how high you can go, but can you keep your abs in and your spine still while the arm is moving? One more. Each side. Now shifting to the legs, you're gonna hold with the upper body. Exhale, lift the leg. Do you still have your box? And switch. So as you can see, I'm not going as high as I can so I get hyperextension in my spine. I'm lowering my leg so that I can keep that square as I move. Exhale. More important to keep neutral spine than to lift high. Now we're gonna do both. This is where it gets fun. Opposite arm is leg. Hold, that's your exhale. Inhale, bring it down. Just 3 each side. If it hurts your wrist, you can knuckle it. Last one. Okay, we're gonna make it a little bit harder for my intermediate, and on this, you're gonna lift your feet off. For my beginner, feel free to do the same thing with the feet down, exactly what we just did. 3 more on each side. For my intermediate, foot comes off, and now you're balancing. Whew. There we go, feel that shake, that's what we want. Inhale down, exhale, switch. Now you're working that core. Throwing everything out of alignment, you're really working your stabilizers with that foot off the floor. Exhale. Ooh, so good. 1 more each side. For my beginners, if you want to try it, give it a shot. Take that foot off the floor. That is how we get stronger. By challenging our bodies when it's hard and uncomfortable. As you can see, I was super shaky, super wobbly. That's what we want, all those little muscles kicking in so that it makes everything else easier. Okay, nice job on that. I want to do side plank. Before we go down on our elbow, it's super important that when you're on your side that your shoulder's over your elbow. If it's out to the side, that puts torque, pressure at that joint. We don't want that. So from your side, your shoulder's over your elbow. My beginners, gotta get back, I'll be on my mat. Your bottom knee is down. For my intermediate, I want you up on your feet. So from here, the hand is on your hip. You tap the hip to the floor and punch it up to the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale. I want 10. abs are in, and switch sides. So again, shoulder over the elbow. Another thing for beginners, if it's hard to balance, you can keep that top hand on the floor. I'm okay with that too. Hip touches, punch it to the ceiling. Punch it up. For my intermediate, up on those feet. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna come down for butt work, leg work. I do want you guys to start with the left leg on top, so whichever side you need to face, that's fine. Our left leg is typically non-dominant, so weaker than the right, and it's always best to get that leg over with. So your feet come forward to the front edge of your mat, and I want your butt to the back. So you have kind of a banana shape, a scoop shape with your body. We still have neutral spine here. So while that top leg is moving, can you hold everything in your spine still? That is what we're going for. That's our focus. So belly button in, shoulders, you can feel mine creeping up to my ears. Shoulders are down. And if you need to, you can put that hand on the floor. So take a deep breath in. And you're going to exhale, swing that top leg forward. Inhale, bring it back. Now, as you do this movement, you have to make sure we're not counterbalancing and shifting through our spine. That is cheating. That is not neutral spine. This is where the work takes over. Your core, your obliques, your back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. And what you find as you do this series and you get stronger is that top leg starts to go farther and farther and farther. Inhale forward. And when I say exhale back, I just mean to the hip and shoulder alignment with your body. It doesn't need to go behind you, just to that alignment. Inhale forward. Now we're going to kick to the ceiling. So toes up, externally rotate. Go as high as you can. Point up if you want, flex down. Pointing and flexing is optional. You do not have to do that. Again, abs are in. For your kick, I want that leg to come back to parallel. So no more toes up, back in parallel. Abs pull in as the knee comes into your chest. That stretch right there, that's what's going to make you sore tomorrow as you kick on a high diagonal. So the knee comes in, exhale. Oh my gosh, is anybody else starting to feel that butt cheek on fire? Oh, this is so good. We're going to need another foam rolling class tonight. 2 more here. Keep the leg high, hamstring curl. So all we do is bend and straighten the knee. That hip stays open. Abs in. Two more. Now we always work our gluteus medius. So let that rest for just a second. I want you to put your hand right high on your butt, but right at your low back. You're going to bring that top leg up and internally rotate. It's the internal rotation that helps trigger that glute med. And we're going to pulse for 10. So right there, you can feel it engage, feel it fire. When that muscle's working properly, that means your low back isn't taking over. Now bend the knee, we're almost done. Pulse. Now if you're done, your butt's on fire, you're at total fatigue, Let it rest. For my intermediates, if you want to make it harder, bend those knees. We have one more. Feet come up and the clam. So abs in, neutral spine. This hits everything in the glutes. Oh my gosh, I'm on fire. So good. That was 10. Now we want to stretch that out. So you're going to go onto your back. If you just worked the left leg, which I'm hoping you did, cross the left ankle on the right knee. From there, bring that in towards your chest, and we're going to stretch out that leg that we just worked. Oh my gosh. Whew. Anyone else on fire? Yes? Holy cow. If you can, give me a thumbs up. Or an angry face or a smiley face to let me know if you're dying like I am. Keep breathing into that stretch. Okay, we're going to take it up and over to the other side. So again, getting you in the right position first. I want your feet forward and your butt to the back. Head can relax down and you have your neutral spine. Pulling those abs in, we're going to start with that leg swing front to back. So the top leg comes up, it's parallel. Inhale forward, exhale back. Only go as big as you can stabilize. And remember, with time, as you get stronger, then that leg will swing forward, farther forward. You can always have your hand on the floor for balance. I'm okay with that. Just make sure your shoulders stay down. Now lift and lower. Toes go up to the ceiling. Flex, bring it down. Now your kick, back to parallel. Pull those abs in, your knee comes into your chest, there's that stretch, and kick it on a high diagonal. Shoulders down, abs in. Now, hamstring curl, bend and straighten that knee. Hip stays open. And you're going to feel that down that back side. Now our glute med, bring that foot down. Again, you can put your hand high up on the butt cheek and right at your low back. Leg comes up, internally rotate. From there, you're going to pulse up. Feel that muscle working. Bend your knee, same thing, pulse up. The pulse is coming from the hip and the knee. It's not a kick from here. The foot just follows along. Now if you rested on the other side, go ahead and take that down. If you did the clam, bring the knees forward, feet come up, and externally rotate. Total fatigue, let's feel that burn. Abs are still in, shoulders are still down. Oh my goodness, stretch it out. So onto your back. Oh. Whatever leg you just worked, cross that ankle on the opposite knee and bring the knees into your chest. Okay, we're gonna do one more for the glutes and hamstrings here. It's the shoulder bridge. So just like we did in the warm-up, your feet are flat and hips width apart. Spread the collarbones wide, and you're gonna imprint as you bridge up. Now on this, we're gonna stay in our bridge. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the right leg. Inhale, bring it down. Shift, switch sides. Now this is all about, again, that neutral spine. So can your abs and your back and your glutes hold you tight while you lift? It's not about how high and losing that, dropping. Nope, we're just shooting the leg out and then down. Feel those abs. If your hamstring cramps, stop, stretch it out. I don't want cramping, that's bad. But you should really feel it engage. Last one. And slowly roll down. Nice job. Pull your knees into your chest. Okay, to hit the quads a little bit more, I want to do the big leg circles. So you're going to lengthen one leg down, the other leg goes up. Now on this, the goal ultimately is to get the leg as straight as possible. But if it has to stay slightly bent, that's okay. Because the key here is to not let the pelvis shift side to side. Those abs are engaged as the leg goes across the body, down, and then straight up. Across, down, straight up. So you're going to feel the quad, the inner thigh, the whole leg. Now reverse, down, across the body and up. Core is tight. Let's switch. Bring the leg up, abs are in, across, down, straight up. Now reverse, straight down. And again, if you find the hip is popping in one direction, don't do that way. Just do the reverse for 10. Good, bring that down. Knees into your chest for just a second. We're going to go into frogs. So from here, heels are together, knees and toes turn out. For my beginners, you can use your hands on your legs. Exhale, lift the head, and lengthen as you come up. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, you can always just keep your hands at your side. Lift and lengthen, and then back down. Exhale up. I want 10. For those that want to make it harder, this gets into intermediate and advanced. Exhale as you come up. Intermediate, you hold on your legs as you come up. Inhale down. And advanced, you don't. Exhale. So find whatever is challenging but doable for frogs. Last one, I think this is 10. Those of you that know me know I'm a terrible counter, so I'll apologize for that. 10-ish, give or take a few is always okay. All right, that was really good. I want to go into V-ups. So for my beginners, you're supported up on your arm, okay? Knees are bent, and you're on your butt cheek. So on this one, you're not totally sideways. You are on the cushion, on the muscle part of your butt. From here, that top arm goes straight, and all we do is lift and lower the legs. So you're crunching hip to rib cage. If you want to make it harder, so my beginners, stay there, give me 10. My intermediate, you come down, and then you lift. So it's a bigger crunch. Lead with the sternum. Chest is open. And you're gonna feel it, abs and obliques. And switch sides. Very nice. So again, beginners, stay on the elbow. You're on that butt cheek. Lift and lower for 10. Breathe. My intermediate, take it down and then lift. Obliques, abs. Nice job. Okay, I'm going to take you guys into a few stretches. You've done awesome today. Thank you for joining me. I already feel better. I hope that you do too. From here, relax the upper body. We're going to start by pulling one knee into your chest and lengthening the other leg down. So as we do this hip flexor stretch, you're going to feel it on the opposite leg. For those that want to deepen it, the knee that you're holding, if you take that to the side, that can sometimes deepen it in the other leg more. So hold that, breathe into it. Belly button in will deepen it as well. All right, let's go ahead and switch legs. Other knee comes up, leg lengthens out. So again, you're going to feel the quad and hip flexor. Breathe into that. If you want to deepen it, take that leg to the side. That's okay. Pull that belly button in. Okay, coming to center. Feet are flat on your mat. I want one leg up in the air. Your hips on this one, it's very important you keep neutral spine, okay? Don't let your butt come off the floor as we do these stretches. The goal is to get your knees straight. So if you have to lower your leg towards the floor to get it straight, that's okay. Once it's straight and you start breathing into it, then you can start pulling it closer and closer to the upper body. Relax your shoulders. Breathe with me. You want to lengthen the other leg out, that's okay. That makes it more intense. So do what feels best for you. And switch legs. Anybody else see my legs shaking? Oh man. So again, the knee straight is what's most important. From here, once it's straight, then pull it towards you. Relax the shoulders. Keep those abs in. Shaky leg, so good. Okay, the IT band. So that runs along the outside of your leg where the seam is. It's very important on this stretch that the hips stay down. And not only on your mat, but away from your rib cage. So if you watch me shift my hip, you want to sink it down. So push it down away from your shoulder and then bring the leg across the body. So again, this is bad. If that hip comes up, that's cheating. You're out of your IT band and now you're into your back and your butt. So keep the hip glued to your mat and dropped away from your head. And that is where you're going to feel your IT band. Breathe into it. And then we'll switch sides. Other leg goes down. Bring that up. The hip is glued to the mat and drop it away from your head and then go across the body. Okay, the figure four. We've done this earlier to stretch the hip. We're going to do it again. Ankle on the knee. There's a few different options here. If you want to change that stretch or deepen it, you can always bring that foot that's up towards the floor. And by keeping your shoulders down, if you push your knee away or towards you, it may deepen the stretch. Everybody's going to be different, so find what feels best for you and breathe into it. Okay, switch sides. Legs come up. Oh man, I'm gonna feel my glutes tomorrow. And then we're gonna take it over to the side. If you wanna deepen it, taking it to the side. So shoulders are down, pinned to the mat. And then push the knee away or pull it towards you. Whatever feels the best. Okay, coming to center. We're just going to gently rock side to side. And then give me a nice big roll. Use momentum to come on up.
Thank you for joining me today. I love that I have people that want to do this and that can still do it in the safety of your homes. Thursday night at 6 p.m. we'll be back. So tune in, tell your friends, tell anybody. I will add everybody that wants to join. The more the merrier. I know it can be hard right now being stuck at home. So thank you again and have a great day.